Slowbro wasn't a card I thought much of when it released in March's Scarlet and Violet TCG expansion, but I have to say I've been thoroughly impressed. Slowbro is a Water-type Stage 1 Pokemon with 100 HP and the ability Strange Behavior. This lets us move damage counters from our Pokemon onto Slowbro as often as we like on our turn. Obviously, moving 10 damage counters will knock Slowbro out, but if we set up multiple Slowbro on our bench, we can move up to 270 damage a turn off of our active Pokemon. Add in 4 copies of a card like Emergency Jelly, healing 120 HP from a Pokemon with 30 HP remaining, we can really sponge up some damage. We need a Pokemon capable of taking some big hits in the active though, so in this deck we've decided to go with Arceus VSTAR. Arceus provides us with a boost to consistency through its Starbirth ability, allowing us to search for any 2 cards from our deck once per game, as well as a reliable 100 to 200 damage per turn with Trinity Nova. With 280 HP, it's going to be able to tank a lot of hits, and using cards like Lake Acuity means that we're going to be taking even less damage. This is all well and good though. The really exciting part of our deck is Slowbro from Pokemon Go. We play 1 copy of this card for its Twilight Inspiration attack, which we can utilize quite reliably. If ever we find ourselves in a position where we have 2 prizes remaining, we can simply use Strange Behavior to knock out our own Slowbros, letting our opponent take prizes until they have 1 remaining, and then use Slowbro's Twilight Inspiration for the win. This deck is a great time. I've had a lot of fun with it, and though it might not have answers for every deck in the format at the moment, it's certainly worth trying out. If you'd like to play this deck on PTCG Live, it will cost you approximately 12,000 credits. The deck list can be seen on the screen and imported from the description below, and whilst you're there, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment letting me know which attacker you think would be best to pair up with Slowbro's ability. I think Ultra VSTAR might be another good option. So let's see if we can't show off this concept. It's a relatively easy one to do. It's just a matter of finding all of the cards. Now, we've got a pretty good start here. We've got an Arceus, we've got a VIP Battle Pass, we have a Nest Ball, it's all happening. We've got triple Slowpoke plus double Arceus, but you might notice that my hand is, abysmal. It's pretty poor. My opponent looks like they're playing Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, so we can definitely work with this, but I don't know, I don't think that it's necessarily the best start that I've ever had. If I had an energy attachment, I'd feel way better. And I mean, if we top deck nothing, then you won't see this recording. I will have moved on to a different version of the deck. No, not a different version of the deck, just to play another game. That's okay. It doesn't matter. We're going to draw out of it. We're going to top deck out of it. If you're watching this, we top deck out of it. If not now, then at least eventually. So let's see. What do we get? A Water Energy. That's bad. We can, though, evolve into Slowbro, which I like. I'm going to attach a basic Water Energy to the benched Arceus. They're going to take a knockout next turn, and I don't like that. So we're just going to pass. We're just going to leave it here. Oh, boy. And it's a good thing that this is not going to work out, because I've got this awful cough. I just cannot shake it. I hope I'm okay. I'm sure I'm fine. It's going to be fine. Crushing Hammers. Coming down left, right, and center. Double Tails. It's good my Water Energy survives. I'm going to be upset, though, if we find that our top deck is a Melony. I almost wanted one of those Crushing Hammers to hit. That's okay. Maybe I should have attached the water to the active. No, they're just going to Ride of the High King. No Max Lance here at all. Okay, well, that's fine, because we're also not doing anything. I'm just going to attach to the benched Arceus, and then we're going to pass again. Are you kidding me? Give me something, game. So yeah, listen, this doesn't normally happen. I'm sorry, like, normally I'm able to do something. Instead, I just sit here and I manually attach. And I manually attach. And I manually attach. And then we end up in a position where my opponent has all of the cards that they need. They're going to Ride of the High King again. Okay. Now we've got to top deck the Arceus. Let's top deck something, please. Ultra Ball is something. Alright, we can continue the game. Let's get rid of the 2 stadiums here. I still think we can win. Getting this Arceus VSTAR means that we can win. Even though we are 2 prizes behind, we can now do what we need to do. Let's Starbirth. I'm going to Starbirth and grab myself a copy of Professor's Research. I'm also going to high roll here. I'm going to grab a nest ball. I think it's easier for me to find energy than it is for me to find another Arceus. So we're going to play that nest ball, get another Arceus down. We're going to play down the Slowbro from our hand, and then we're going to research. We're going to draw 7 cards, and one of them is energy. So that is good news. We can attach to the active, and now we're going to be dealing, 200, 180 damage because of the Lake Acuity. We can hit into the Calyrex, and now the game begins. They can deal 250 damage next turn and take us down to 2 prizes. They will go down to 2 prizes remaining. But you know what? I think we can still win. I think we can make this happen. If they do take a knockout, we can still get there. So let's see what they decide to do here. Capturing Aroma. They might be going for a basic here for Aluminium, but a heads flip means that they're going to have to find an evolved Pokemon. So definitely not particularly useful. Gonna go for a Palkia V-Star. Neither of that card's not particularly useful. They're just gonna max lance for 250. Alright, well, it's 230 because of the Lake Acuity. Discarding 2 water energy from their active Calyrex, which is fair enough, because it is likely to get knocked out this turn. We are now in a position where we can absolutely turn this around. Choice Belt I think I might need, if not to attack, then at least to discard. We're gonna Strange Behavior. Now, I'm sorry everyone. This animation doesn't look very good. I have used this before, and we have to click and drag every single 10 damage to the Slowbro. But once we've got 9, we can hit done, which is good. We can Ultra Ball here. I'm going to get rid of a DTE and the Choice Belt. We're going to go and grab another Slowbro here to use that Strange Behavior one more time. And this is the real strength of this deck, right? Strange Behavior pulls all the damage off of the Arceus. We can slide 9 damage counters onto the Slowbro. Click, 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 done. And then we can chuck the 2 emergency jelly that we just happen to have in our hand onto the Slowbro, Trinity over here for 180, take 3 prizes, and more importantly, we lose all of the damage off of those 2 Slowbros once we take our prize cards, right? We take our 3 prizes, we chuck those in our hand, and then both of those Slowbros get healed instantly as soon as our opponent changes their active. Look at that. Perfect. We lose the jelly, but that's fine, because now both of our Slowbros are ready to go. And this is so, so good. Now we know one of our cards in our opponent's hand is Origin Form Palkia. It's not great. They also have an energy, plus they have Fleet-Footed, so they can draw another card for sure. We'll see what they play. Looks like an Irida. Okay, so we might see a Palkia come down, plus a supporter of some description. I'm not entirely sure. Like a Quick Ball. Oh no, we can't play Quick Ball anymore. Ultra Ball maybe. Oh, I don't know what to grab off the Irida. They'll be looking for something that can get them a supporter of some description. Looks like they're going to go just for Crushing Hammer, which is fair enough. Try and remove the opportunity for me to attack. Another Tails with Crushing Hammer, though, so that's no good. No good at all. They have the Palkia, though, so they can play that down. Now they're going to be Blizzard Rondoing here for 130. Because of that, Articuno on the bench, and now it is our time to shine. We can use that Slowbro's Strange Behavior, and look at this, the number is actually perfect. Now that I'm looking at it, we're just going to grab another Slowpoke here. Just double check, we do have the Slowbro, we have energy, we have jellies, it's fine. Look at this, 180 damage on the active Arceus. This means that we can use Strange Behavior twice here and get both Slowbro onto 90 HP, or 10 HP remaining. Now, you might say, Mitch, why would you want to have all of these Slowbros on 90 damage? Well, like I mentioned in the introduction, we don't necessarily care if these Slowbros get knocked out. In fact, if we can knock them out ourselves and put our opponent on 1 prize card remaining, then we can use the Twilight Inspiration Slowbro on the bench to win the game. All we need to do is knock this Suicune out. If we get the knockout on this Suicune, which we will next turn, we should theoretically be able to win. The question is, Are we going to keep our hand? Is our opponent going to find a way to knock us out? If they do, it becomes a little bit more difficult. But that's okay. We know our opponent's hand has one bad card. It's the V-Star. Another Crushing Hammer Tails. Must be so brutal living over in the world of Hervimire. What's his name? Hervimire? Hervimire. And now we are going to see some energy accelerated with Star Portal, thanks to Palkia. We've got a fleet-footed steal from our opponent. We're going to draw a card, but we're lucky. They've bricked. Means now we can set up our board, our game-winning board state. So, I was gonna search for you, Slowbro. Thank you for coming along. Now we don't necessarily care whether our opponent knocks out a Pokemon or not. What we do care about is that we keep some damage on the field. We want to keep that damage around. If we lose it, it's big trouble for us. Now we're going to use that Strange Behavior ability on our fresh Slowbro. We're going to move the damage off of the Arceus. And the best thing here, we put 90 damage onto the Slowbro. We keep at least 30 on the Arceus. It looks like 60 damage. And now we are in a really good spot. We take the knockout. We go down to one prize remaining. And it does not matter what our opponent does next turn. We win the game as long as the Twilight Inspiration Slowbro isn't knocked out. If they knock out the active, we move 3 damage counters off of the Arceus V-Star on the bench, knock out one of the Slowbros, and then Twilight Inspiration. It looks like they're just gonna go for the go for the attack. This is fantastic. All right, so here's the combo. I was gonna explain the theoretical components, but let's just show it off. Strange Behavior. I'm going to move 1 damage counter onto this Slowbro. That's a knockout. Dang, my opponent takes the prize card. Come on, mate. Take the prize. Take the prize and also don't concede. Strange Behavior. We are going to move 10 damage off of an Arceus onto the Slowbro. Oh, how disappointing. It's a knockout. Oh, no. That's so disappointing. Can you believe it? They're close to winning the game. They're 2 prizes away from winning. Strange Behavior. Move a damage counter from the Arceus to the Slowbro. Oh, 1 prize remaining. Oh, we're giving our opponent every chance to win the game. That's crazy. And then we simply retreat into our Twilight Inspiration Slowbro. We attach the double turbo. And then Twilight Inspiration taking 2 prizes because our opponent is on 1 prize remaining. Incredible stuff. I think this deck is genuinely good. If you've enjoyed it, like, subscribe, etc. I'll see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye-bye.